This is a message from the Kenshin Department for Disease Containment. We advise you to pay close attention to the following information, as you may need to depend on it later. Thank you. This is a message from the Kenshin Department.
I'm not gonna lie, having over 500 subscribers don't come easy. There's always gonna be sacrifices on the road, you know? People think that just because making a YouTube channel means that they'll hit the amount of number that they want instantly. Today, it's Friday Night Fridays, okay? Now, as y'all can see, I got a chain on. God bless Jesus, my Father. And last week for Friday Night Fridays, I'm gonna explain that for you, all right? So it turns out last week Friday Night Fridays was over at least 7 minutes because turns out YouTube said that one scene was copyrighted. Only one scene. Let's hop into it. True gas station horror story.
One night last summer, two of my friends, Sam and Jake, convinced me to sneak out with them and drink. We were all bored, just looking for something to do. We decided to go for a walk to a local gas station that was open 24 hours a day. The walk there was pretty uneventful. We talked about random topics and drank a couple of beers. Once we got to the gas station, Jake had to use the bathroom. When he was in the bathroom, there was a dirty, sketchy guy in there. Jake struck up a conversation with this guy. It was pretty normal, except when the guy asked why he was out so late, and if he was by himself. Jake brushed it off as the guy was just trying to tell him to stay safe. We bought some snacks and we noticed the guy following us around while he was talking to someone on his phone. We left soon after, and on the way back, we sat on the side of the road and talked for a while as we drank some more. It was pitch black by now because there are no street lights in the area.
Go home.
We saw a car coming down the road, which was no big deal. We sneak out pretty often and we've never had any real problems. Cars usually just drive by. This time was different.
Oh my God.
The car spun around in the road and pulled up right next to us on the street, and two guys got out. We ditched the beers, got up, and sprinted down the street. Jake and I hid behind an RV, while Sam hopped a fence.
Oh, he really?
The two men looked dirty, like they hadn't showered in days. We watched the two guys for a little while, which is when we noticed that one of them had a gun in his hand. They looked in our direction for a few minutes before they got back into their car and drove off. Jake and I looked for Sam, but we couldn't find him, so we decided to head back home. We thought we had lost them, but on the way back we turned a corner, and those same guys were sitting in the car, waiting there. We ran through the alleyways and backyards until we lost them. Every few minutes, we saw the car driving slowly down a street or alleyway in the distance, and we would hide. Eventually, we made it back, and Sam messaged to tell us that he got followed by a different car, but he made it home safe. It's been almost a year since that night. We're always more cautious when we go out, and Sam still has nightmares about being abducted. I don't know for sure if the guy from the bathroom had anything to do with it, but we believe that he's somehow connected to it.
Oh, we know he had something to do with that. If he didn't, he would not have did what he did. This next one by Llama Art is Sand Cells Episode 1, The Outmates, animated.
How long before we get there?
Oh.
We've been in it for 11 days.
You know what I mean. The prison center? How long now?
We'll get there when we do.
What's that movie called? I forgot that movie. That movie is starting to get old.
What am I doing here?
Why you got 4 fingers?
What am I doing here?
You shot someone.
No, I know I've been told that. But why?
Like I stated before, you've had your memory wiped for a reason. They don't want you to act on whatever motivated you to do that here. If I told you, I'd be next to get a sentence.
How is that fair? I'm nobody anymore. Roland does not exist. I'm not her. Even if I was before, I'm not now. And I wouldn't shoot someone. I'm not a killer. And
You have the capacity to be. We've seen that.
everybody does. If I really did do what you said I did, I must have been in a position where anyone would have done the same.
Any memories that weren't directly targeted, you should find come back over time, if that helps.
Why?
Ask one more question and I'll chain you to the back and make you walk.
Dang. He's really not trying to lose his job.
Good luck surviving the day.
The day. They told me I thought I had a life sentence.
One day completes the life sentence of most people here.
That's not fair.
I'm sorry. I'll leave you now. Make any attempt to cling on to the vehicle and you'll be killed on sight.
Wait. What do I do now?
You won't survive alone out here. The people in there might hurt you. They might not. But you won't survive alone. Or maybe you will. You'll have to make your own decisions now.
Hey. No good luck or nothing? Yep, I see you back there. Oh, nah. Bro, can we just talk how fast my dude looked? He gave a quick and just zoom straight into the house. Like, how do you? A dead body? Is that where somebody's thinking? Oh! Yeah, they gonna hurt her. Yeah, eat that bread, girl. Eat that bread. Oh no, even the toes. Fine. Leah? Yeah. We see people trying to be like that, you gotta get in the crib. And he got a gun. Ooh! Weave. Oh.
Hey! Hey, stop! It's me!
Oh. That was a tough episode.
Thanks to Skillshare for
That was a tough episode. I'm always not gonna drop episode 2. This next one about Lamar Arts is Sunny Family Cult Origins, Season 1, Episode 4.
The origins of the Sunny family cult, which is known as one of the most mysterious murder cults in American history, can be traced back to April Fool's Day 1982.
On my sister's birthday. Baby sister. Well, she wasn't born in 1982.
The last reported Sunny killing
That's
was
crazy.
in 2015 in the northern Iowa town of Bettendorf.
That's not a real thing, is it? Present day.
Crazy thing is, they're still out there.
Whatever. It's just an urban legend they tell kids so they don't do anything crazy on April Fools.
No, my parents actually told me it was real.
Well, if I was that guy, I would have just killed them all. It's why you carry a gun on you guys.
Dude, what are you talking about? You don't own a gun.
Yeah, guns are super lame anyway.
No, you're right. Yeah. Guns are lame. Good thing, though, I don't need a gun to protect you, though.
Yeah, no.
So, truth or dare, guys?
Ooh!
No.
Ooh, can I go first? Can I go first?
That's so lame.
No, let's do it.
Okay. I'll go first.
Truth or dare.
Taylor. Truth or dare?
Dare.
I guess he likes her.
I dare you to do 7 minutes of heaven with me.
You don't have to do that.
No, it's fine. I want to. I swear.
Okay. Whoa, you're pretty aggressive. You know, I actually like you. I'm not just trying to get...
Stop lying, okay? Just shut up.
See?
Sorry.
Well, this game sucks.
See? You want to know something so cool? That's me. Like, dang. I'm really single. And he looked disappointed. Hey.
He's
What?
dead.
That's not even funny.
I think it is.
Aaron, this isn't cool, man.
She just walking normally, like...
He's dead. He's really dead. Oh, God! Dude, what is going on? No idea. Oh, Jessa! Oh my God! Dude, we... Okay, dude, we need to get the out of here. Taylor has lost her mind. Come on, Taylor, you don't have to do this.
I know, it's just so much fun, though. It just sucks. Because you were kind of cute. I feel bad, too. You were, like, the only cool one, and you're so nice
I'm
to
still the
me.
cool one.
What if you joined us? We're like a family. People say it's a cult, but it's more of a family. We could have so much fun together. Plus, I know you like me.
I do. I really do like you.
I know you do.
Taylor, we gotta go get the...
Hey, I mean... Whatever, man. I can maybe... What else you want? Like, I'm down for whatever you down on. Like, I mean...
We can fix this. This will be fine.
What a bummer.
I told you, strangle, don't stab. You never listen.
Stabbing's so much more fun, though.
Looks like we are gonna need a lot more bleach.
I did good though, right?
You did good. You're a real part of the family now, honey.
You know what? I think we should do a family portrait.
Let's.
This time was a very good one, you know, especially all by Lamar's. I really enjoyed watching Lamar's videos. But you already know what to do. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you already know the like button. Hit the like button, subscribe to join the Nice. Keep on keeping on Nice. Catch you signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, my brothers and sisters. I know y'all been wondering. Why haven't you been uploading? What's going on? If you haven't uploaded nothing since you was doing freaking the reaction with Dash, you had to answer y'all questions. I had things going on. Obviously, you can see the stuff I'm trying to do with my hair. One, I had to go to the dentist yesterday because right now it's 12:35 in the morning. I had to go to the dentist yesterday. I had to get up around like 7, got in the shower, then went straight to the dentist too. Some time to myself, you know, reflect on the things I wanted to do. Watch anime. Shoot, as soon as I get done recording this and editing this, I'm gonna watch me a new anime show I just found. Shout out to my boy James. James, you gotta watch this anime that I'm about to put you on, bro. It's called Shimonetta. 18 plus. Shimonetta. You gotta watch that, my boy. Last time, I haven't uploaded Friday Night Fridays within 2 weeks. But today, Friday Night Saturdays, you know, because I'm late. Hey, you late too, because I bet you're not even watching this on time. I bet you I had to come get you to tell you to come watch this. Then I'm looking at you. Stay on this video. Don't click off. You are a part of the community now. And you're going to stay with this community. This first video that we're going to be reacting to is over at the boy Lamar's. Okay, now I haven't watched a Lamar's video in a long time. Chill out on it.
It was Halloween night, and I was home alone. I had planned to spend the evening watching scary movies and eating candy, but I started to feel uneasy as the night went on. I tried to rationalize it away, telling myself that it was just the spooky atmosphere of the holiday, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. I was about to check all the locks and go upstairs when I heard a noise coming from the basement. I froze, listening intently. There it was again, a faint scuffling sound. Someone was definitely down there. Without thinking any further, I grabbed a baseball bat and crept quietly down the stairs. I peered around the corner, bat at the ready, but there was nothing there. The basement was empty. I slowly made my way over to the other side, heart pounding in my chest. Again, there was nothing there. I was starting to feel like a fool. Maybe it was just the wind or something. I was about to go upstairs when I heard the noise again, only this time it was coming from right behind me. I turned around slowly, bat held out in front of me, but there was still nothing there. I was starting to freak out. I turned to go back upstairs, and that's when I saw it. There was a figure standing in the doorway at the top of the stairs, watching me. I couldn't see its face, but I could tell it was wearing a mask. And then, it spoke. Trick or treat.
That's it? The next one is also by Lamar, so I'm gonna let you keep out and, you know, this is a whole Lamar video series again, so I'm gonna let y'all know. This is called A True Tinder Dating Horror Story.
Thanks to Shudder for sponsoring this video. Get a free 30-day trial using code LLAMA at shudder.com. More details at the end of the video. This happened when I was 17 years old. It's been nearly 2 years since my girlfriend broke up with me, and I was very chewed up about it on the inside.
Screw 2 years. It's been 2 months since my girlfriend broke up with me. And I started to get focused back on my grind.
I've called her several times, but it always went to voicemail. I've tried texting her on Messenger since, ironically, we were friends on Facebook, but still, not a single response. As the weeks went by, I became very devastated and was worried that I'd never find love again. My brother told me to just forget about my ex-girlfriend and that it was time for me to move on. He introduced me to this app called Tinder, which he said was great for online dating. I was very familiar with online dating, but never actually done any of it, because there was no way that I even felt like hooking up with some random person I met online. But I figured it couldn't hurt to try it out, so I decided to give it a shot. After I finished setting up my account and was done creating my profile, I just started randomly liking a few of the girls that I thought were pretty. I'm not picky, I just wanted to make sure that I found the right girl for me. A few weeks later, I've had already received my first match on Tinder. Her name was Robin. She had blue hair, freckles, and beautiful amethyst purple lips.
Okay.
According to her profile, she had the same...
See, I already like Robin right now. As you can see, look at the interest. She's into anime, videos, games, and dogs. Boy, you call me an anime.
Same interest in the stuff I was into, and was even around the same age as me. Even better, she lived in the same town as me. By the way, I live in Memphis, Tennessee. We started having a friendly group chat on Tinder, which was going well. Her message said, "You may not know me, but we went to the same high school." I replied, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah, I was always the quiet one at the back of class. Anyways, I think you're really cute. We should hang out sometime." I agreed and asked her to where she wanted to hang out, where to meet her, and what time I should be there. She said we'd hang out at her place and meet her at the park tomorrow night at around 9 p.m. I accepted. I got to the park that night at around 9 p.m. sharp. I didn't call her because I didn't want to sound too desperate. Some time passed and I finally decided to call her to no response. I also tried texting her to no avail as well. It was around 9:30 p.m. There was still no sign of her and I was beginning to grow impatient.
We got there at 9 o'clock sharp. 30 minutes later, the girl still ain't show up.
It's an evil world we live in.
I was starting to think that maybe she wasn't going to show up at all. I sighed and said, I knew this was too good to be true. She's not even here yet. Screw it. I'm going home. I can't believe I came out here this late for nothing. Oh well, so much for online dating. I was about to start my walk home when suddenly I saw a black convertible pull up to my location. The car stopped right in front of me, and the window rolled down, revealing a creepy-looking old man who was probably in his mid-30s. He gazed at me with a weird smile and asked, "You going somewhere, kid?" I responded, "Yeah, I'm just headed home." He asked me why I was out there this late, and told him that I was supposed to meet someone, but it seemed like she wasn't going to show up. He said, "Oh, you must be waiting for my daughter." The man, by the name of Jeff, introduced himself to me as Robin's father, and said that Robin has told him a lot about me. He told me that Robin couldn't meet me at the park because she remembered that was the night she had to go to a slumber party with her friends, and she forgot to cancel. He told me she wouldn't be home till 11 o'clock, and that's when I knew my night was a bust. He apologized and offered to give me a ride home. I knew it was going to take too long for me to walk, so I accepted. It was going to be a long drive, but luckily I knew all the shortcuts to my house. I told him where I lived and how to get there as I got into the car. After a few minutes, I was feeling tired from being out so late, so I closed my eyes for just a few short seconds and dozed off. Not long afterward, I awoke. Feeling a little drowsy, I rubbed my eyes and realized that I was still in the car. I asked the man where we were, as this wasn't the usual route to my house. He said, "Relax, kid, this is a shortcut. We're almost there." I asked where we were going, and then he looked at me with some sinister grin on his face and just chuckled. I felt my heart almost explode out of my chest as he did that. I looked down and saw a handgun sticking out of his jacket pocket. I put two and two together and realized what was happening. I told him, "Let me out now!" He responded, "No." Then, he put his foot on the accelerator, speeding up the car. I tried to get out, but he had already put the job lock on. It seemed hopeless. I was trapped. There was no way out. To make matters worse, we were driving through a forest area with no cell service. I couldn't even call for help. But I just had to get out. As soon as the car started to slow down, I stabbed him in his shoulder with a pocket knife that I found on the floor. He screamed in pain as I was able to turn off the child lock, unlock the door, and run as fast as I could into the woods. While I was running, I could hear multiple gunshots being fired at me, but luckily not a single one hit me. I never looked back because I had the fear of the man chasing me at the back of my mind. I dove behind a tree and hid under a bush. I heard the man yelling, "You can't hide from me! I will find you!" I covered my mouth with my hands and held my breath, trying not to make a sound.
If you left his car keys in the freaking car, keep it a beam, I would have took your car and dashed. Hey, I got a whole new car, Mom and Dad. Wow.
Yeah, get into it.
Hey, yo, what the?
Everything was silent for a while, until I saw the man was looking for me with a flashlight. He flashed it past me multiple times. When I heard his footsteps going deeper into the woods, that's when I knew the coast was clear. I ran, using the flashlight on my phone to help navigate me through the dark and scary woods. In hindsight, I knew that was a stupid move considering the situation. I could hear the leaves crunching and the twigs snapping as I ran, which would also easily give away my position. When the crunching and snapping got louder, I looked behind me and my heart dropped when I saw that the man was chasing me. I ran as fast as I could with the man hot on my tail, firing every single last live round he had in his gun, but thankfully the shots missed again. "There's nowhere for you to hide," he said. I thought I was going to die, until I heard the man trip over something, and I was able to get away unharmed. I kept running until I was out of the woods and back onto the road. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be seen, which means I lost him. I sighed in relief, and then I saw a red car driving down the road. I was able to wave it down and told the driver that I was kidnapped and almost killed by some crazy man in the woods. It took a lot of begging, but the driver finally gave me a ride to the police station, and I told the cops everything. Unfortunately, I didn't get the man's tag number, but I gave the police a clear description. After the police had run a search, they told me that he didn't even have a daughter, and that they've been trying to catch this guy for months. As it turns out, he's wanted in several countries for the kidnappings of multiple teenagers and young men. How I managed to escape him is a miracle. The officers kindly gave me a ride home, and I didn't tell anyone what happened except my brother. The man was never found, nor was he ever caught, and they say he's still out there, even to this day, which scares me the most. What's even worse is that I stupidly gave him my address, so who knows if he might try to kidnap me again. Needless to say, my days of using Tinder weren't over after that. The whole incident just made me a lot more cautious from there on out.
At this point, it should have stopped you, but it didn't. That's on you, my boy. episode for this week, guys. I know it's gonna be a short, Friday Night Fridays, but the thing is, though, like I just told you guys, I'm trying to watch this video and it's dang near almost 1 o'clock. Inhuman entity.
A cool breeze crept through the valley outside of Telluride, Colorado, as my friends and I unloaded the truck parked on the dirt driveway. We had recently started renting an old mining house built in the early 1900s. Most of the home had been renovated over the years, but there were still glimpses of what the house used to be. The exterior of the home was painted a bright yellow and adorned a blood-red door. The yard was abundant, with lush green grass, minus the few brown patches that littered the ground. In the corner of the yard sat a dilapidated gazebo filled to the brim with landscaping equipment. I stood facing the house, admiring the quaint ambiance it seemed to exude. I felt something hit my back and spun around. My brother, William, was standing behind me with a box under his right arm. "Let's pick up the pace, we don't have all day," he said, with a little annoyance masked in his voice. Yeah, I responded, and started walking to the back of the truck. My other two friends, Elijah and Leon, were in the process of stacking some boxes on a dolly. "Hey man, take this to my room," Elijah said as he handed me a large box. I resituated it in my arms and gripped it. As I did so, I could hear glass clanging inside and a strong, familiar odor starting to leak out. "Hey man, be careful," Elijah snapped. "If you ever want to smoke again, I'd highly advise you to take it one step at a time there, champ." "Maybe if you didn't throw everything into one single box without bubble wrap, then you wouldn't have an issue of something breaking, Elijah," Leon responded. Elijah's eyes widened, as if he had just figured out the secrets of the universe. I laughed, turned around, and proceeded into the house. The floorboards creaked as I stepped onto the warped living room floor. I surveyed my surroundings of the old rustic home as I headed to Elijah's bedroom. Only 2 interior rooms had been renovated in the entire house, one being the kitchen, which had marble countertops and new appliances, the other being my room. I was the one who found the home on the market, so respectively I had first choice of which room I wanted to claim as my own. The other rooms, on the other hand, were still the same as they had been since the early 1900s, with dreary wooden floorboards and old chipping paint. "Dude, what the hell?" William yelled from upstairs. I quickly climbed the narrow stairway to find my brother in his room. I walked in to find what looked like to be a large lump underneath the wooden floorboards. It almost looked like Andre the Giant was buried in the middle of the room. "I told you it was an old home, Will. Things shift over time," I said, trying to hold my snickering back. "Yeah, I get that, but you didn't say that I'd have to maneuver around a speed bump," he snapped back. I took a deep sigh and turned to him. "Okay, look man, we're only gonna be here for a year. You've got plenty of room to put your bed so you're not sleeping on an incline." William turned back to the floor dejected. "That's easy for you to say. You're not staying on the cover of Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones." After we had moved everything into the house, we all plopped down on the couch, beers in hand, and began our well-deserved R&R. Elijah had already begun smoking, and the room started to fill with the pungent odor. "So are we gonna be doing some ghost hunting tonight, boys?" Elijah said, as he passed the joint to Leon. "Oh, come on, you don't actually believe that crap, do you?" Leon responded as he was rolling his eyes. "The guy blew his brains out on the front porch in the 1930s. I'd be surprised if there wasn't a ghost floating through the halls. I mean, how do you think we got such a killer deal on rent?" William said as he lifted his arms and started mimicking the sounds of a specter. "Shut up. It's all nonsense. You've just been watching too much Ghost Hunters," I responded. "But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. We need to get up early to do some cleaning. Good night, guys." I stood up and meandered to my room. In all reality, I was a little perturbed by what happened at this house. I've always been quite agnostic to my beliefs of ghosts or spirits, but I've never witnessed anything myself. The rent was super cheap for an entire house, and I wanted to save some money for a trip outside of the country. I pushed the fact that someone had ended their life to the back of my mind. I wish things would have turned out much differently. I entered my room and slid under my sheets and basked in the warmth of my bed. It had been a long day and my body ached from moving. I grabbed my phone and looked for a rain and thunder YouTube video to help me sleep, and after about 15 minutes, I crept into comfortable darkness. My eyes shot open in the middle of the night. The moonlight shone through my window and enveloped my room in comforting light.
Yes, sir.
I could hear creaking from the house as the wind howled outside. I tried to sit up, but found my efforts futile. Sleep paralysis was a regular occurrence in my life. It happened at least once a month due to stress and a little help from my antidepressants. At this point, I'd almost gotten used to it. I could hear what sounded like a light scratching noise coming from inside my room, and prepared myself for the usual dark figure to be standing in the corner. My eyes darted from left to right, trying to decipher where the noise was coming from. It was then I started to hear skittering, like someone or something was moving around. A cold feeling crept over my body as I started sweating profusely, my sheets becoming soaked. The skittering stopped, but was replaced by cracking, one that resembled that of broken bone. Out of my peripheral vision, I could see long, needle-like limbs protruding from my closet. They each moved slowly, tapping the wall as if they were looking for something. I then saw a large, bulbous black mass starting to show itself from the closet door. It was coated in tiny hairs and twitched almost habitually. A loud moan echoed throughout my room as the creature finally presented itself. A spider-like entity was situated on my wall. The reason I say spider-like was because its head had been replaced with that of a human one. Its eyes were blacked out from the shadows of moonlight, and its lower jaw was removed, revealing a blotchy tongue that oozed saliva. It was about the size of a twin bed and stared at me for what seemed like hours. My heart was racing. I was begging my body to move, but to no avail. I was stuck there, in suspended torment. I tried screaming, but I was unable to make a sound. All I could do was watch the creature on my wall as it grew closer. Suddenly, it skittered to the ceiling right above me and started scratching with its two front legs, almost like it was burrowing. It then started to sink into the wall, as if the wall had turned into quicksand. First, the abdomen, then the legs. Eventually, all that was left was its mangled head staring straight at me. Those cold, dead eyes boring into my soul. I could hear it moaning, and I could feel the drips of saliva hit my torso. The creature then let out an inhuman roar and vanished into my ceiling. My body was finally released, and I jolted out of my bed screaming. As I did, the house erupted into more terrified outcries coming from upstairs. Apparently, I wasn't the only one who saw something, and, unfortunately, it wouldn't be the last time either.
Dang, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. So that was on the brother's floor because the brother was saying something about like a speed bump, but the speed bump was actually that spider thing. Like I said, I got y'all at least like 4 or 5, videos for next week. I'm trying to say this. We got 3 more subscribers to go until the Knights hit 100 subscribers. I started this channel technically like in the beginning of July. I started this channel on 4th of July. But like, I really appreciate all y'all, you know, sticking around watching the videos, seeing the videos reach over. I saw that we end up having over 100 views in the videos that I've uploaded. See that like y'all really end up enjoying the views. Y'all also commenting. I would really want to keep seeing that, especially from the Knights. This is a growing community. We'll always continue. And I will see you thrill speakers in the next Fridays. Subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notifications. And I'll see you guys next week. Now, I'm gonna go watch some anime. Now, if you don't know what Friday Night Fridays is, technically you must have just subscribed. You guys don't want to send no videos in. What's up with that? Yo, Knight, what is you?
So this story takes place when I was about 16 years old. At my school, I played for the volleyball team, and every year we would go to a camp and do volunteer work for this guy. The camp was in the middle of nowhere. When we got to the camp, we immediately started to work until 8 p.m. This was around October, so it was already dark at 8. My two friends and I were sitting around the fire, trying to figure out something we could do so we weren't so bored. We heard that there was a small river down the hill from the camp, and we thought we could check it out.
No.
The problem was that it was some guy's property, and the owner of the camp told us to not disturb him since the guy was a little strange.
The one in the blue, he looked like he don't care.
We weren't really supposed to leave the camp, but being 16 years old, we loved breaking the rules. We walked about 10 minutes from the camp and finally reached the river. It was bigger than we expected, and there was a large wooden bridge that crossed it. The bridge was about 20 feet long and was big enough to let a truck go over it. My two friends and I decided to go under the bridge and check it out. As we were walking by the shoreline, we saw two headlights off in the distance moving towards the bridge, so we bolted underneath it and hid. We then heard the truck roll over our heads and to the other side. My friends and I chilled there for a while, just talking and throwing rocks in the water. It was about 8:30 at this time, and now it was pretty much pitch black. That's when we started to hear a slow rumble in the distance. The same truck had come back, and this time it was moving much slower. We stayed put under the bridge, stifling our laughter. Eventually, the truck moved over the bridge, but rather than going over to the other side, the truck stopped right on top of us. The only thing you could hear was the rushing water and the hum of the engine. Then, the door of the truck swung open, and out came a loud thump on top of the bridge. Then we heard a loud scream saying, "I know you're out there! I'm gonna find you!" I looked at my friends and they were both shaking in fear. This must have been the crazy property owner, and he seemed pissed that we were on his land. He started screaming and saying he was gonna hurt us if he finds us. We could see that he had a flashlight and he was swinging it around looking for us. We heard loud thumps as he walked around a little bit, calling out for us, and thank God he never went under the bridge. Eventually, it went silent, and it sounded as if he went back into his truck. I was too terrified to move. We sat there for about 10 minutes, and then my one friend, who we'll call Trevor, whispered in my ear, saying that we have to go. I gave him a quick nod, and in slow motion, we moved out from under the bridge. We started to army crawl on the shoreline of the river, and I remember looking behind me to see the top of the bridge. I saw a white Ford F-150. In the driver's seat was the man, staring right at me with a sinister smile, and he even gave me a little wave. At that moment, I screamed.
Yeah, you better. Y'all gotta go.
My friends saw me run and took off after me. I could hear screaming from behind us. I took a quick glance behind me and saw that he was chasing after us, and I couldn't quite make out the object.
And
in
he
his
got a
hand,
whole knife.
but it seemed to be a weapon of some sort. We ran into the forest and ducked behind a bush. It was pitch black in the forest, and we couldn't hear a thing. We sat there for a while, just shaking. The man never walked by us, and we never heard him. After we gathered our courage, we got up and walked back to camp, got into our tents, and tried to fall asleep. The next morning, we talked to the camp owner about the man that owned the property of the river. The camp owner said that he didn't know much about the man, but he knows that he has some mental problems and he'd been accused of assault. I'm so happy that we were able to escape from underneath the bridge. I can't imagine what would have happened if he caught us.
Alright, so this next video is by The Dark Lord K, and this is the VHS for Mangle. I'm not gonna lie, I remember movies used to have this popping up every time. The following tape is for use by Federal Bureau. I couldn't read that. Copying, recording, sound of video, sharing the tape is unauthorized. Freddy's Jr.'s Pizza Parlor, Hurricane. Joseph Brown, 1962 to 1987, was found dead in a security office with severe stab wounds around his chest area and severe damage towards the frontal lobe. Autopsy examination confirmed his death by fatal heart muscle wound dealt by a sharp hook. The object by which this act was done was
Hey Jack, you finished yet?
After many painfully long hours, yes. Damn it, those fucking kids will never learn to keep their own hands to themselves.
I keep telling you, man, we have to get rid of her or replace her with a new, different character or something.
No, that won't work, and you know it. I really don't want to do that again. Not because it's a waste of my time, but when I started working, I just got scrapes all over my back. It almost felt like something didn't want me there, something like that.
From epoxy? Are you seriously scared of me?
No, man, I don't know, but something doesn't feel right with her. I mean, I can't see what keeps seeing her, you know?
Well, knowing the fact that she's the only animatronic that can walk around during dinner time or birthday events, kids really do see something in her.
I mean, seriously, I don't think it's a good idea unless you should be walking around the place, really.
Yeah, no.
Do you not realize the liability and risk that we're taking right now because of it? I mean, not to mention that while I was working on her fucking power supply turned on by itself. I mean, of course she wasn't moving, but that shit was still fucking creepy, man. Got this feeling like there was someone watching me from a distance, probably from where you're standing right now.
Okay. 3 things. 1, there is no such thing as ghosts. 2, it's just me and you here. And 3, she is unplugged. She can't do anything to harm you. Personally, I've always wanted to ask the boss if we could leave her as a take-up party and put back together, like, for the children's entertainment. After that, we could bring up that old Foxy model back from Predators.
No.
That should scare them away, man.
Maybe that could work. Hey, forgot to take my damn meds this morning.
You're not feeling well. Why don't we go home? I'll take over your shit for tonight.
No. You're staying with me.
Is this your fifth night here?
Yeah, it is.
I can tell you're exhausted and stressed. So, let's just go home and get some rest. See you tomorrow, Jack. Let's just turn the light off here and wait for the devil to come out.
Yeah, you're gonna come out, all right.
Yeah, right. Trying to sell me some bullshit about ghosts and demons. That shit is so bad. Alright. Very dull and quiet here. As it should be. Should probably call the boss and let him know that I'm working tonight.
Give him 5 Nights at Freddy's too. After pick up the phone.
Hello?
Hey boss, it's me, Joseph. Just calling to let you know that I'm taking Jack's place for tonight. He felt really under the weather earlier, so I sent him home. He can have my day shift for tomorrow.
Well, are you going to show up tomorrow then?
I can't. I have an appointment with my cardiologist.
Okay, I'll be sure to write that in the logs.
Alright, that sounds good.
Are all the doors locked?
Yeah, the doors are locked.
Ready, on,
Is the mask and flashlight there in the office?
Mask is here.
Anything unusual in the cameras?
So
oh, this is 5
far,
Nights at Freddy's too.
everything seems to be...
Bet.
Hello? Did something happen?
Nothing. So sorry. Nothing. Sorry. I just thought I saw something weird on
Her
the
head
cameras.
moved.
Probably the paper stars falling again.
Do you want me to send someone else over there with you?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Oh, wait. Jeremy's out for the night too.
I'm okay, boss. But don't worry, okay?
Okay. If anything weird starts to happen, don't be afraid to call me or someone else, alright?
Oh, it already happened.
Alright.
Head moved by itself.
Alright. Good night.
See you tomorrow. Oh man. Let me check if her power is turned off.
Ooh, free roam. Oh my gosh.
What are you up to? Odd. Power supply is off. Hello, who's there?
Okay.
Well, that was strange. I hope it isn't Jack trying to pull any tricks on me because of those ghost stories he told me earlier. Maybe it's my hunger that's making me delusional. Let's see what Jack left here. Oh, Jack, you mother... Garlic pizza rolls. Just microwave them for a few minutes and ready to eat. Ah, perfect.
Got a whole microwave in there, be for real.
Ah, delicious. Let's check on those cameras again. Stage, looking alright. Music box, run there for the next 30 minutes. Okay, let's see in there. Let's go to see if there's anything new.
It's standing up now.
What the f? How are you standing up?
Yeah, it's standing up. The rest of the tape appears to be tampered with, as the original content has been recorded over with a new day at Freddy's Jr.'s. The following footage is from the security camera feed, supposedly taking place a minute after the previous tape. Later on, the visuals will return to the victim's camera as the original tape has been restored.
on, you mother... Answer me!
Hello, this is Jeremy.
Oh, thank God you answered. Oh.
Whoa. Is everything okay? I can't stay on the phone for very long. I have to maintain the parking lot here at the mall.
Fuck. All right. You remember that one Fox animatronic we had to repair a while ago?
Yeah? What's going on?
Well, Jack, I had to repair her again tonight, and I'm taking his shift for tonight. I'm looking at the cameras right now, and she's standing up on her own.
Wait, what? Have you done anything yet?
And what do you expect me to do? Leave the place? I can't do that because I don't have the keys, and the f***ing Fox is right next to the exit.
Okay. Calm down.
He's chirping.
Maybe she turned on by herself?
Turns on herself. I checked her a few minutes ago, and her power supply is toggled off. I even made sure that she was unplugged from the outlet.
Maybe someone broke in and is messing with you?
No.
What kind of sick would do that?
I have no clue, dude. Just go browse through the cameras and record everything you see. And besides, that VCR should be integrated with the CCTV system, right?
Let me check. Yep. And it's been recording for a while, okay.
Alright, perfect. I want to see that recording tomorrow when I get there. I should be able to get out of this place for the next few hours, but don't count on it.
What am I supposed to do now?
Just try to hide in a good place and keep that camera on her so she doesn't move.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
The camera's out.
Wait, what? Which one? The kid's home?
Yes!
We did it! Quickly!
I'm trying to...
Joseph?
Jesus Christ.
Joseph, are you there?
Did you hear me?
Joseph, what happened? Talk to me, man!
She's staring. My soul. Pitch black eyes. She knows my fear. Jack was right. I'm calling 911.
No! Don't do that! Joseph, they're not gonna help you! Just get out of there while you still can!
The head's moving!
What can I do?
Just keep that camera on her, do you understand? I'm gonna call my boss right away so I can head over there. If anything happens, just run away and call me immediately, alright? I'm on my way now. I'll see you in a few hours.
Don't leave me! Jeremy! Help me, Jeremy! Help me, please!
He's 50 or 100 run the dash to the exit. Next one is by over at Horror Shorts Party, Horrifying Dark Web Horror Stories Animated.
This story happened when my girlfriend Lindsay resided in Tokyo, Japan for her teaching abroad occupation. She taught English to foreigners for a fairly decent pay. I personally wasn't too cultivated by the idea, as the thought of Lindsay being in a foreign country by herself really stressed me out.
I can't wait for you to fly over.
Yeah, me too, babe. Hey, can you please make sure your doors are locked?
I already locked it, silly. Stop being so paranoid.
I know I'm being paranoid. I just want you to be safe, okay?
Don't worry, I am.
Being away from Lindsay definitely took a toll on my health, as I would constantly get anxious from worrying about her safety. Knowing that I didn't have the capability of protecting her from any unlawful perpetrators always gave me extreme anxiety. Which is why my doctor prescribed an inhaler for me to use every time I felt the symptoms get out of hand. I didn't do too well with long-distance relationships, but I really wanted to support Lindsay in her career endeavors. I'd fly over there on occasion, usually around the holidays when work wasn't so strenuous for the both of us. I remember spending the majority of my time watching the rather odd Japanese game shows while Lindsay and her roommate Saki would do after-hours work from home.
After hours work? What do you think after hours work is?
In Japan was quite the culture shock. I wasn't used to the Eastern lifestyle, but the longer I stayed there, the more accustomed I became. Or I should say, the more comfortable I felt with Lindsay's stay there. Being halfway across the world made me adjust my sleeping.
Nikki told me to make Jude.
You weird, buddy. You're weird!
Schedule, as I made it my duty to video chat Lindsay every day at exactly 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. over here was equivalent to 5 p.m. over there according to the time zone difference. I'd make it a routine to catch Lindsay after her work shift was done, even if that cost me a few hours of sleep. You guys doing anything for Halloween?
Yup, Saki and I are probably going bar hopping.
That sounds nice. I wish I could be there
Babe,
with...
we'll talk later. Saki's calling me.
Seeing that Lindsay had a roommate to...
You gonna hang up on me?
Incredible.
It's an evil world we live in.
...acquaint herself with gave me a little peace of mind. A lot of my friends were well aware of how concerned I was about Lindsay's well-being. So much so that they would message me encouraging words to help cheer me up. But all of that changed one night, when I got a message from one of my close colleagues from school. I opened the message and read, "Hey Craig, I know you're concerned about Lindsay, so I thought you might want to check this link out." It was a link to a forum titled, "Is Teaching Abroad in Japan Safe?" I hesitantly...
Bro, that is gonna make me be more concerned about her more. You saw that image in the back of it? Who the freak is that over there by the end of the corner?
I hesitantly clicked the link, only to see the forum containing a large thread of positive comments saying stuff like, "Teaching there was a great experience, highly recommended," or "Once you go Japan, you'll never need another plan," stuff like that. I then came across a user that posted a comment saying, "For those who are considering being a tutor in Japan, you might want to watch this first before you fully commit," with a link right next to it. I felt extremely skeptical clicking the link, but my curiosity was too overbearing to withstand my compulsion, so I clicked it. I then saw a low-grade video of a woman with her hands bound to the ceiling while being completely wrapped in duct tape.
Oh no.
The woman was also wearing a plain white mask over her face with the word "dog" written on it. I couldn't tell if this was a joke or some sort of sick snuff film until I saw a man approaching the woman holding a large machete. I could hear this poor lady screaming in agony as he began to shout, "What is your name?"
Please, sir, please just let me go. Please just let me go.
What is your name?
My name is Kathy. Please don't hurt me.
Wrong answer! Your name is Dog! That's when I exited my web browser and instinctively video called Lindsay.
Oh no.
It was about 3:15, the time I usually video call her.
Answer the
Why
phone.
now? Come on, answer the video call, damn it! I assumed she was still at work, or possibly out with the roommates, so I waited patiently for a return call at her convenience. I decided to stroll around Instagram for another hour or so till it was time to call it a night. I noticed Lindsay had posted a few pictures from the Halloween night out she had a couple days ago. It looked like a huge costume festival of some sort on the streets of Japan. That's when I spotted a shocking revelation in each of the photos presented. I saw a man wearing the same god mask as in the snuff film I'd seen earlier, nonchalantly masquerading in the background of the photos. He was in every photo looking towards the direction of where the picture was being taken. Or should I say, the direction of where my girlfriend and her roommate were. That's when I get a video call from Lindsay. I unnervingly accept it and see what seemed to be Lindsay and her roommate Saki wearing white masks with the words Dog 1 and Dog 2 written on them.
Hey, why the hell are you guys wearing that?
I want to play a game.
Guys, who the hell is that?
They both stood there silent looking at the webcam, almost like my words didn't have any significant purpose to them. I then heard the man in the background saying, "Transfer $20,000 to Dog 2's PayPal account right now, or else they both die."
What the hell is going on? Please, leave them alone or I'll call the cops!
So be it. Dog 2, take out Dog 1, now!
Please don't make me do this!
Do it! Dog 2, take out Dog 1 now or else you're both getting taken out!
Hey, it's 2 girls versus 1. I mean,
do it, Dog 2! Take out Dog 1 right now, or else I'm taking you both out!
That's when Lindsay raises a large kitchen blade in the air and stabs Saki in the neck. I can hear her gargling her own blood while struggling to gasp for what seemed to be her last remaining breaths on Earth.
Dude, please stop this. I'm begging you. I'll do anything you want. Just please don't hurt my girlfriend.
That's when the voice in the background revealed himself, only to unveil the same man wearing the god mask that I'd seen in the snuff film and Instagram photos earlier. He then grabbed Lindsay by the forehead and raised a huge machete in the air, saying, "Transfer the money or else this dog gets put down too."
Dude, please, I'm transferring the money right now.
That's when I grabbed
my phone and
immediately began to transfer $20,000 to Lindsay's PayPal account.
Here, look, I transferred $20,000. Now please, can you let her go? I did everything you wanted.
The man then approached the camera up close and began saying, "I'm just a guy trying to survive in this cold, cold world. I just do what I have to do to put food on my family's table, you know?
By killing other people?
God has nothing to do with this." What the hell? I began a request for another video chat, but there was no answer. That's when I get 2 messages from Lindsay's account. I click the chat box and see an image of Lindsay's severed head on top of the computer desk. The other image was a meme face with the caption, "Gotcha."
Hey guys, Friday Night Fridays, you're on time. Before we get into it, your boy gotta go use the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna be right back. Just give me a moment, okay? Give me a minute.
The time of reckoning is almost here. There's nothing to fear. I will take over this ship. There's nothing to fear. There is 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 nothing to fear.
Alright, was that too long? Friday Night Fridays, for those who are new. Friday Night Fridays is a community time where every Friday I sure come together, we watch a video that I pick out. And y'all also know that I am uploading every other day. Like, I'm doing it better than I'm usually doing it because I was uploading less, but I'm trying to upload everything every day for each month. Okay? And you get what I'm saying? This first video is the mine.
Okay, and it will be on my next.
Mad dark. Look where you're going. Who's that in front of us?
Very clever. Ha! Ha! Got you. You're gonna copy everything, yeah. Can I have my bag? Give me my bag.
I say that's a smart move. I'm about to say do that. Don't worry about that. Just go. Go a different route. What are you stopping for? Go. He can't go nowhere, so you can't go. Whoa. What the? Bro. If I'm in no control right now, I'm dead. I'm dead. Hmm? Yeah, that's creepy. Gotta make her kill herself? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I thought she had on a whole wig. The next one is called Lost Dog, and it was uploaded by Burnt Mill Road. Burnt Mill Road. I don't know how y'all be coming up with y'all names and stuff like that.
Thanks for helping me out, man. I can't believe she just ran off.
Anyone else coming to help?
Nah. You're the only one who responded. Lucy! Mega!
Lucy!
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 Let's go down there. She always liked to be down there.
How'd she even get down here?
Where is down here?
Lucy! Aaron?
Bro.
I have to tell you something. You're such a nice man.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the car. I'll talk to you later, man.
I don't have a dog. I've never had a dog. Oh, you're too nice, though. You should run now, lad. Before it's too late. I don't have a dog. I've never had a dog. Oh, you're too nice, though. You should run now, lad. Before it's too late.
Yeah, get going. Run. Go, run. If you run, you don't look back. Who are you gonna call his name? You're going back? What the freak is that? Look at that thing. Bro, you standing there. Run. Bro, run. Oh, you're dead. Just kill me. Well, I'm getting spider sense everywhere. Did he just run back to where he was at? Are you serious? Oh, it's a deer. Go kill that deer. Oh. Alright, so this next one is over by the boys over at C Entertainment. This is Creepy Deep Web Horror Stories Animated. C, it's been a while since I C. Get it? C.
A few years ago, while I was in high school, the deep web was becoming very popular. I never really got into it until my friend told me about it because he was into that weird stuff. One day after school, I had nothing to do, so I went into the browser tour. I didn't really see much, so I called my friend over so he could help me out. Once he got to my house, we started searching more and more. We saw a lot of drugs and illegal
less
and stuff
and
like
less.
that. Then he clicked on a link that was in a chat room, and the link said, "Watch this." As we're sitting there, we're just staring at the screen that went from black to the outside of a building within a few seconds. And out of nowhere, a sticky note that said, "Want to see something cool?"
No.
So then I typed, "Yeah, sure." What was weird was the guy wouldn't type. He just showed sticky notes in the camera. And he also never spoke. All of a sudden, the camera started moving toward the building that it was facing. As we're watching him move toward the building, we noticed that the building was in our neighborhood. Then he quit moving and put another sticky note that said LOL. That kind of
That's funny.
And then a person entered the building, which was eerily dark. The camera stopped at a padlocked door and then unlocked it and opened it. The camera moved toward the back of this dark room, and there was a dog bowl on the floor. Now at this point, the camera was only facing the dog. A few moments later, whoever the person was that was holding the camera put something in the bowl that looked like just slop. Honestly, it looked like feces. Then you hear another door open and a girl crying in the background, along with a chain dragging. This girl shows up in the camera crying with a chain around her neck. And the guy shoved her face in the bowl and puts a sticky note in front of the camera that said, "Cool, right?" Then the screen goes black. We sat there for about 10 minutes in disbelief, but the stream was still live.
It's
Then
still
out of nowhere,
going.
The camera was back on, and it was in the corner of my street. Then another sticky note that said 545 East 99 Street off of St. Clair. That was my address. Then another sticky note that said open the door.
I'm not opening the door.
We sat there confused, then out of nowhere, a knock at the door. I grabbed my phone, jumped
Call
up,
911.
and we
Call.
both ran to the back door.
You better have a heater
Then
with you
we
too.
heard a knock at that door right before I grabbed the handle.
There's
At
multiple
that point,
guys?
We had someone at the back door and someone at the front door knocking.
Oh yeah.
We were
I knew
stuck.
you should know he was
Critical
with
thinking
somebody.
wasn't my strength at that point. We ran upstairs, called the cops, and locked ourselves in my room. The cops
Now you
showed
gotta
up,
move.
but no one was outside.
Yeah,
The
you gotta
items
move.
the cops found were 100 sticky notes, all with my address written on them. I told the cops about the building with the girl, and they found it. The girl was 14 and had been missing for 5 weeks. We moved out of that house within a week. But I would never visit the deep or the dark web again.
Smart thinking. This next one is, I stayed at the old lady's house for a night and then escaped and was uploaded over at Stephen D.
In the late 1960s, my great-uncle John was traveling by train from his village to another to visit family. He had to change trains at one point and was dropped off at what amounted to a platform in a hut in the middle of nowhere. There was no one at the station, and other than a dirt road that led off into the surrounding woods, there was nothing there. He waited for some time, but no train came. It was winter and getting colder and darker, and just about the time he started worrying about a place to stay and some food to eat, an old woman appeared out of the twilight. She asked if he was waiting for a train, and when he said he was, she said it wouldn't be long until the following day. She asked if he needed a bed for the night and offered him a meal and a room at her house. He was glad to accept her offer and stay out of the cold. He took his suitcase and they set off together down the dark road into the forest. It was more than an hour away, and by the time they arrived at the woman's small 2-story house, John was tired and hungry. They went inside and the woman lit some oil lamps and warmed some borscht for them. John finished the soup and asked where he would be sleeping. She led him up to the stairs to a tiny room with a window that contained a single bed and nothing else. He thanked her. They said goodnight and she closed the door. Then she locked it, leaving him in the dark. Somewhat creeped out by this, John called to her, but she didn't answer and he heard nothing else. Figuring he would deal with it in the morning and that she had probably done it by mistake, John set his suitcase down and laid on the bed. Before he could fall asleep though, he felt the urge to pee and got out of bed, hoping to find a chamber pot or something he could pee in. He got onto his hands and knees and began to feel under the bed in the darkness, thinking that's where the pot would be if there was one. He found the body. John went right to the window to see if he could exit the room that way. It was nailed shut. He knew that if he remained in the room, he was probably a dead man. But if he broke the window and tried to get out of the way, there was a good chance that the old woman would hear him and come into the room before he could get away. So he did the only thing he could do. He pulled the body from under the bed, heaved it onto the mattress, and covered it with a blanket. Then he got under the bed and waited. Sure enough, about an hour later, he heard footsteps coming slowly up the stairs and then toward the room. The lock clicked and the knob turned slowly. In the gloom, John saw someone moving toward the bed. Then he heard several sickening thuds. The person had bashed the body on the bed with a large crowbar, which then dropped onto the floor right in front of John. There was silence. Then the person went out the room and the door was shut again. Moved from under the bed and took the crowbar and was able to slowly pry the window open.
You better be that lucky.
When the window was up, he threw his suitcase out and dove through himself, not caring what was below him, only worried about what was behind. He landed without too much injury and began to run into a field behind the house towards some light in the far distance. It turned out to be a highway with some military and transport trucks on it, and luckily John was able to get a ride to another village where he could catch a train. He didn't bother reporting what had happened to the authorities, since at that time in the USSR, there was a distinct chance he would have been the one who got into trouble. He just thanked God he had escaped and decided that the next time he traveled to visit relatives, he would take another way.
Yeah. Smart. A smarter way.
My name is Josh Roberts, and it's been a year since I was abducted. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was walking home from school. It was about 6 p.m. and there was a full moon and a chill in the air. I stepped off the bus, and for the first time, someone else got off with me. I'd never seen this new kid at school before. I could hear footsteps behind me. I took a quick glance and saw the kid walking at a brisk pace. I thought he was following me, so I took a left, which wasn't my usual route. I looked around again and saw him take the same left. My heart started pumping and my legs started shaking at the sound of the footsteps as they got louder and faster. I then panicked and started running. I remembered a
If
short
you run
cut
too,
near
bro,
my
you got a whole
forest to my
problem.
neighborhood.
I'm turning back quickly.
So I ran as fast as my legs could carry me.
Hey kid, wait up!
Said a heavy voice from behind me. I tried my hardest not to stumble on the logs and boulders in my path. I could hear the sound of sticks and leaves being broken by some fast, heavy footsteps. My legs started throbbing as the adrenaline wore off, so I took a detour towards a playground. I stopped to catch my breath, looking around for somewhere to hide. Then it went silent. I was doubtful that I lost him. I took my phone out to call the police when I spotted a local news article. Caution. There is a suspicious man on the loose. He escaped the local prison and assaulted an officer. Beware. He may look like a teen, but he is in his 20s. If you see him, call 911 immediately and lock your door. My mind started rushing.
Say less,
I started to panic. All of a sudden, someone started choking me with their arm. I tried to fight back, but they were so strong, I didn't stand a chance. My feelings of hope began to diminish as I slowly blacked out. I awoke to find myself in a dark, damp room that looked like a basement. The floor was hard and cold. There were no windows, but there was a staircase and a bathroom. I tried to move, but I was tied up with a thick rope. Yeah, I got him. How much was the deal? 200?
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta do a little better than that. Okay, fine. You'd better bring the right amount, or you'll be tied up like that kid. What? Are they selling me? The guy sounded mad and anxious with whomever he was talking to. Right after he hung up, he opened the door and walked down the stairs with an evil smile.
Oh, you look like that type of
Let
person
go
that
of
do
me!
that.
I exclaimed as he taunted me. My arms started to fall asleep due to the tightness of the rope. He came closer to me and I spat in his face. He looked at me in sheer rage. Then the doorbell rang, followed by pounding on the door. The guy grabbed some tape and shut me up before I could scream for help. He slowly backed off, signaling me to keep quiet, and ran towards the front door. I looked around, trying to see what I could use to untie these ropes. I spotted a rusty, sharp edge sticking out of the wall. This was my one hope. I successfully got up and tried with all my might to reach it. As I was trying to cut the rope from my hands, I could hear the commotion upstairs getting heated. I managed to free myself from the ropes when I heard the front door slam. The silence was terrifying.
Oh yeah, I was
frozen in fear. Footsteps started coming towards the door. I choked and
Run!
shoved back to my original position, arms behind my back, wrists tightly locked together. Now where were we? Said the man. He walked towards me, grabbed my ankles, and started dragging me when the phone rang. He dropped me instantly and charged upstairs. I wasn't going to lose this opportunity. I untied my feet, grabbed the closest thing to me, and hid behind some boxes. Now where did you go? He said as he stampeded down the stairs. I heard him getting closer to where I was hiding. I bolted up from behind the boxes and saw him checking the bathroom. As he walked out, I struck him over the head with a pole. He stumbled and fell to the floor. Crimson red pooled around his head. I ran upstairs and out the front door. I stumbled my way to the closest house, screaming.
You better have a whole
woman
concussion.
thankfully opened
You
the
better
door.
not get up from
She
there.
was shocked and fearful when she saw me. The police were called and I was rushed into the hospital. They're still looking for that man, even to this day.
Nah, that can't be real. I don't believe that. That can't be real. That can't be real.
Thank you for sticking around to the end of
What's up, y'all? As y'all may know, today is Fright Night Fridays. I'm not even going to be talking as much. Yo, what you doing? Now this first video is disturbing true Snapchat stories over by the boy Llama Art. Golden one, alright? So, yes, we are here to celebrate, and we are going to be taking our time. This is my third time in a week, guys. This is my third time in a week doing Friday Night Fridays. Disturbing true Snapchat stories.
This happened a week ago. Up until a few days ago, I went to a small, local gym in my now previous New Jersey town called Black Bear Fitness.
Black Bear!
One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy-looking kid, probably 18 years old. He didn't look like he belonged in a gym at all.
No, just sitting there
I had
smiling.
headphones in and I was doing my set when I heard him saying something to me, but it was muffled by the music. I was already annoyed with this kid, given that he was breaking an unwritten rule of the gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets.
Facts.
I took my time finishing my set, and then took my headphones out to ask if he needed something. Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends.
Bro, let's talk about this, okay? No disrespect or none, but I'm coming for your face, okay? Look at your teeth. Bruh. Look at your hair. Your hair is looking like mine right now, but mine is way better. Look at your socks. It looked like you just got out of a whole pile of mud and just decided to put some sandals over that.
I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me.
You're getting a little bit too
I'll
close.
skip most of the conversation, but eventually he actually asked me for my Instagram and Snapchat, weirdly enough, and for whatever reason I gave them to him. Instead of just saying something like, buddy, I'm trying to work out, or I don't have social media.
Could've said that.
After I gave him my
No, not
Snapchat and
social media,
Instagram,
bro.
however, I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout. He finally seemed to get the message and walked away. Not without saying bye like 3 times though.
You're like, bro, if you don't leave.
That night I got a snap on my phone saying from Sean. I immediately sighed and said, oh no. Just
Oh,
wondering
no.
why the hell the kid would snap me. I opened the snap.
Oh no!
And the kid was in a creepy, weird pose, face way too close to the camera, with his head resting in his hand and a half smile on his face.
Bro, I'm not gay.
The text over the picture was, hey, 2 Ys. I muttered the words, what the f***? For the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird.
Like what?
My thought process was, I've had enough of this loser already. I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again.
Bye.
And so I did. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap. I'm sure not even a minute later, again a message popped up on my phone, saying Snapchat from Sean.
This dude. Dang.
I waited a few minutes before opening it. This one was even creepier. Now the kid was sitting up on his bed. No smile, more of a surprised, angry expression. The text over the image said, why did you remove me?
Why did you send
now
that?
I went as far as to block him, meaning he couldn't snap me anymore.
Like what?
And that was that. I threw my phone on the desk and sighed out of relief. Half an hour later, my phone goes off,
You're like,
saying
what?
Sean added you as a friend, and then Snapchat from Sean.
No.
he actually made a new account.
It's giving stalker much power.
I opened the snap and felt my heart drop. It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, "Answer me, bitch."
Now you gotta get the heat.
The first thing I could think of was, how did he find my address? Then I realized, Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are. Somehow I had the balls to open the window.
Really, Snapchat? Y'all doing this before Instagram? I'm trying to see somebody that I know in Florida. That did not just happen.
To see outside. It was clear out there. I shut the window and the blinds and started considering calling 911.
Oh yeah.
It was the sound of taps on the window.
You already know what to do.
I took a deep breath, and with one swift motion, I pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and pulled the kid into my room by his neck.
Boy!
I punched him in the face a few times before he was out cold. Now I called 911. By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me. The cops heard it all. I didn't even have to make a case.
Yeah,
the kid was an idiot.
Like, you know.
Luckily, the timing of this worked out well because I just moved a couple days ago out of state. Only thing that worries me, I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
Never be too safe. Snapchat, y'all be going above and beyond, bro. Alright, this next one is over by Kmart. Am I saying that right? Kmart? What is this? Not Kmart, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know where Kmart is, if Kmart is even a thing anymore, you go to.
I used to work the graveyard shift.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts too. You don't believe me? I have a whole video to show. You know, I don't care about that. Let me stop.
At a Dunkin' Donuts. For those of you who don't know what a Dunkin' Donuts is, it's basically a donut chain that sells coffee, breakfast items, and of course donuts.
Mine's the
This brings me to a little over a month ago when our location was recently selected to become 24 hours.
The croissant, egg, and cheese.
A lot of other establishments would maintain a 24-hour drive-through window, but ours was fully open.
With the bacon.
I'll be honest, it was interesting to see the new types of customers who would come in during these hours. We of course had the hipsters and goths who had nothing better to do at 3 a.m. than to sit in a coffee shop drinking 1 cup for an hour. There were the occasional working businessmen and interns trying desperately to finish that last-minute presentation.
That's what I love about Dunkin'.
A couple weeks ago, I had encountered a new type of customer, though he is very difficult to describe.
Oh, they're restocking.
Have you ever met someone that makes you nervous for some unknown reason?
Yeah.
Well, at around 2:30 a.m., a man walked in with a large overcoat, with the collar pulled up, and a black beanie on his head.
We're all black.
What struck me as odd first was the lack of people in our lobby. Normally at this time, we'd have the goths huddled in the corner cursing the system or something. But
Bro,
the
look at his
store was
hands.
empty aside from this man, myself, and my manager who was in the back. Probably sleeping or something. After this person walked in, I thought it had to be a homeless man.
Twitching, he up to something.
Trying to escape the cold and possibly seek out a hot cup of pity. But then I saw his face. He was somewhat gaunt, but cleanly shaven. His eyes had dark circles around them as if he were tired, but he seemed quite energized.
I bet you
he then walked up to the counter.
Yeah, way too many
At that
Red
moment,
Bulls.
I realized how tall this guy was. Like Kobe tall. I asked him what he would like to order.
So close to the dang
He
ceiling.
just stared straight ahead as if he were zoning out. I repeated my
Hello?
question a bit louder. He only said one word.
Coffee.
Alright. I got you. Take your coffee and leave. Give me my
The
money
man
first.
then leaned down and looked me in the eye and asked me if I was alone. I told him I wasn't, that my manager was in the back room. He then pulled out a few crumpled up dollar bills, handed it to me, and then walked back out of the door without taking his coffee with him.
Your coffee.
As soon as he left the building, I felt this intense atmosphere
You
lift
about to
up
kill the
from around
manager.
me.
Oh my gosh.
I was at a loss for words, to be honest. I quickly rushed to the back and told my manager about the whole situation, to which he told me to put the man's money aside in case he comes back for it. The next night, everything was back to normal. The usual
Loving
customers
it,
sat in their
loving it.
respective seats, sipping their coffee. While
I
I
like
was
the
keeping
businessman.
myself
You're over
busy
there
and mopping
chilling.
the
I
floor,
like the
I couldn't help but
businessman.
think about the interaction I had last night. That's when I happened to look out of our front window. And I saw him.
Bro,
He
your
was
coffee's
standing
on the
across
counter.
street
What
under
you
a
doing?
streetlight.
Bro, you want your money
Standing
back?
there,
'Cause your
staring
coffee got cold. I'm not gonna lie.
I
don't
turned
feel
to
like
see if
making
my
it.
manager was behind the counter, and when I looked back, he was gone.
What are you, Michael Myers?
At that point, I was starting to feel unnerved. My last night working there was the worst by far. And also the reason I quit. I had arrived to work and relieved the people working before me.
Is that a monitor
That's when I
in the
received a
back?
call from my manager telling me that he had a family emergency and would be a few hours late.
Oh no.
I was upset, but there wasn't much I could do, so I just said all right.
Where the coworkers at?
After 3 uneventful hours of me cleaning the same racks over and over again to keep my mind off things, I glanced out of the window once more. What I saw made my blood turn to ice.
Oh my
The man
gosh.
was standing on the other side of the window. He was grinning at me with a sinister smile that caused my body to seize up.
Okay, you big gorilla.
Right away, I pulled out my cell phone and called the police.
Look at
While
this
my phone
dude.
was ringing, the man did something strange. Without peeling his eyes from the glass, he pulled out a cell phone from his pocket. I watched him carefully as he began to type something into the phone without even looking at it. At that moment, my phone buzzed, notifying me of a text. The message said, "Now you're alone."
Ooh. This next one is from I Small Fry, and this is called Monster. My voice cracked, so everybody ignore that. Monster. Freak. Why are you just sitting like that? What? And she looked weirded out.
Cammy? Is it just me, or are we being watched?
It's just you, Charlotte. Chill out.
Compliments of the gentleman at the end of the bar.
Oh, no thanks.
Look, that guy just spent 25 bucks on you. I'd take it if I were you.
Well, I don't want it. Hey, what? Can you drink it for me? Hey, you're walking home wherever you're going alone. We don't do it over here. Where's this girl Cammy we just with?
Cammy, hello?
What? I can't hear.
Listen, stay on the phone. There's someone behind.
Charlotte, you literally sound crazy. Just text me when you.
Cammy? Someone, I need.
Whoa there, sweetheart. Didn't anyone ever tell you it was impolite to push?
me! I'm not afraid of you!
What? What, can a guy say hi to a pretty girl?
You wanna say hi to a pretty girl? Allow me. Had to go Batman on him. Freak is wrong with this dude, yo? They said girls gotta stick together. Y'all my new friends since Cammy didn't want to come with me. We're behind. Oh, there's more? So the last one for this week is from Lights Are Off, and this is send this to your friends and see who gets scared. Well, my friends are the highest members here, so let's see who's gonna get jump scared. I bet you're gonna get jump scared watching this, huh? No, I'm not. You know why I'm not? And my name is KnightxKenshin. Make it happen, girl. Yo, I'm gonna be looking at you this whole entire time, too. Something down there. Yo, it's coming up the stairs now. Okay. It's on the side. I'm looking at you still. Watch it.